Hey guys, SuperGing here, and I want to talk about cars and car stories about me as a driver. So, I've only started driving by myself for around 6 months now, I think. Yes, 6-7 months since April of 2014. And I've gotten into some car troubles. Now, when you're with your parents as you have your permit, it's a big deal because you have your parents like, Mom, and then they're like, okay, I got this, and they handle it, and everything's all, peachy keen. But when you're driving by yourself, you are all alone, and sometimes you don't know how to handle situations. Well, I kind of encountered a few, and this is why I'm going to talk about this. So, let me first start out by showing you how ridiculous my license actually looks. Now, I'm hiding personal information due to me, not getting stalked or anything. So let's cover this. But that is my picture. Michigan driver's license, the type 2, my height, my sex, my eyes, stuff that you typically would just see about me. I'm only showing you, and my license is being hidden. As I was getting my license, I was in my tennis uniform because we had a match that day and I just wanted to get my license. So I'm standing in Pontiac, Michigan. And if you don't know about Pontiac, Michigan, it's like Detroit, except maybe not, maybe not as bad. But still, a little white girl in a tennis uniform, along with her mother, who's also Caucasian, is sitting in a Pontiac Secretary of State. And I'm being stared at. That was awkward. But I got my temporary license and then I got out of there as soon as possible. So a few days ago actually, I had some car issues. Now, I drive to school. I have my lanyard, I have a set of keys and all sorts of stuff, so I'm actually able to drive to school. But I locked myself out of my car yesterday. That was embarrassing. Now you ask, how did Emily get herself locked out of her own car? Well, I was chilling with my friend, Fred, due to, identity reasons, Fred, outside my car, and he takes my keys and sits in the driver's seat. Now with this, I'm thinking, oh, the car's unlocked because he opened the door. Okay, cool. So I go to close my door with the keys in the car in the front seat, and I say bye to my friend. And I walk up to the car, try to pull on the handle. Car door's not opening. Car is locked, and keys are inside car. That doesn't do me any good. So I freak out. Luckily I had my phone on me and my purse wasn't in the car. And I called my dad. Now he was way out, not even close to the house that we live in or the school, and my mom was like a half an hour away as well. I was basically screwed. So I had to call my insurance company, which that was very awkward for me. This nice lady got me a towing truck, and he came out and got his little hook thing and shoved it between the door. And at that time, as soon as he arrived and got out, I swear to God that everybody that I knew, there's all of a sudden was like, oh, towing truck's here, let's go see. I was just like, I don't know you. So I hit 3 curbs, which is actually not that bad, so I'm a pretty decent driver. There are very strict rules in Michigan due to driving. I've had more than 2 people in my car that aren't family members. I've driven past my curfew, and yeah, so I'm not a little saint. Break the rules. Also, my car is very old, 1995 Ford Explorer. If you know anything about Fords and Explorers and everything, you probably know what it looks like. If not, Google it. But it's rusted. Oh my God. Okay, here's another story. So, my car is rusted. It's just beyond rusted. And that's what happens when cars age. They just rust, and it's working engine. Sometimes it starts out funny, but hey, I'm not dead yet. It hasn't exploded or died in the middle of a highway. We decided to bust the running boards off my car because those things were just bad. Now, if you don't know what a running board is, it's basically the stuff that you step up on to get inside the car. So I call it the step-up rail. I don't know exactly. I don't know. Like, it's running boards. Well, during homecoming, I had heels that probably about this, close enough. And I actually broke a piece of the running board off with my heel in getting out of the car. Driving with heels is one thing that you should not do. Don't do it. And I drove barefoot. Barefoot is just horrible too. So don't do that. So I broke off a piece of the running board, and I was just like, let's just knock them off. My dad comes home, and we begin to knock them off. We get to the driver's side, and he tells me, you have to be wary about throwing stuff in the back seat, because it can slide underneath the seat and get stuck between the car, like the door. Not like inside the car, like where the paint and everything is, but my car is green, like underneath that first layer of door. It could be stuck right there. And my dad begins to pull things out of the car. Something like insulation, it's whatever. And my dad pulls out something along the lines of, it is a enrollment guide for medical stuff. Okay. My dad pulls something really like a newspapery, like, substance, no. A paper-like item. Here we go. And it's all ratted, it's, torn, and it's more newspapery, not like this, where it's like cardstock type thing. And, we're beginning to look through it, and all I see on the cover that we can decipher was females. Now, once I say that, if you don't know where this is going, then you must be 9 years old, and you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you're 9, plug your ears for like the next minute and a half or something. It was a, like, tease mag. Let's just say that. It's not like straight up that, but it was a tease mag, I guess. There wasn't like full on, you just see a lot of boobs and stuff. It was really awkward, but my dad was like, oh my god, and I'm like, is that what I think it is? And he's like, yeah, and then I told him, like, that's not mine, don't look at me. And I asked him, I'm like, is that yours? He's like, no! We got the car from my neighbor where we used to live, and we were thinking it might have been his, which I don't know, and I don't want to see him ever again. That's just something I wouldn't want to bring up. Ugh, it's weird. But we looked at the date, and it was April of 1995. It was a pretty old magazine. It was really gross, and it was really disgusting. And me and my dad were just in the middle of the street laughing our asses off. Yay! So if you're 16, which I believe that's the whole age in the United States of America, but if you're like in the UK, I believe it's 18 that you have your license, like mine. Tell me about some embarrassing stories you had with cars and stuff, because I'm sure as hell going to have more of these. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like for more awkward stories. I know all my videos have been awkward stuff. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye!